another week on the line. I swear, the first real chill of autumn hits Miami, and everyone suddenly remembers what a cassoulet is.
Mm.
The ticket machine's been singing a song I don't like.
Meanwhile, on the civilized side of the pass, that same chill makes them linger for one more old-fashioned.
Right.
It's the circle of life, Alex. A profitable but rather noisy one.
And in my corner, it's all about the scent of cardamom and roasted apples. You both see the battle. I
Yeah.
get to smell the victory. Welcome back, everyone, to Chef's Ink Book News. We've got some powerful books today that get right to the heart of it all, the tradition, the performance, and the personal truth. I want to start with one that feels like finding a lost map to the soul of American cooking.
Oh yeah, lay it on me. What's the treasure?
The treasure is the truth. The book is The Jemima Code by Toni Tipton-Martin. I came across it while digging into the history of Southern baking, looking for threads,
Okay.
and it stopped me cold. It's this beautiful, vital correction of the historical record.
The Jemima Code. A rather pointed and provocative title.
Right?
She's directly confronting the Aunt Jemima stereotype, I presume.
She goes right at it. She methodically dismantles that caricature of the folksy, uneducated Black cook by showing us the undeniable proof of their mastery.
Wow.
Over 150 cookbooks authored by African Americans, some dating back to 1827. These aren't just recipe pamphlets. They are documented declarations of professional authority. She introduces us to heroes like Malinda Russell,
A free woman who published her own book in 1866 to build a business. I mean, this was her expertise, her legacy in print.
1866. That's a different kind of grind. That's survival through skill. You got to respect the hell out of that craft, that sheer force of will. It's not just about a good recipe.
Exactly.
It's about building a life from the fire when the world has given you nothing but ash.
That's it exactly. It's about finally seeing these women as the matriarchs and meticulous innovators they always were.
Right.
This book gave them their names back. It's the real story of who built the foundation of the American kitchen, one perfectly baked cake and flawlessly seasoned dish at a time.
That concept of a hidden, uncredited art form is a fascinating segue to the book I've brought along.
Oh?
It's called Unreasonable Hospitality by Will Guidara, the mind who, with Daniel Humm, took 11 Madison Park to #1 in the world.
Right, the temple of tweezers and quiet reverence. So what's so unreasonable about it? The price point? A fair question. But no, Guidara's core principle is that reasonable hospitality is simply giving the guest what they expect. It's competent, but ultimately forgettable. Unreasonable hospitality is about orchestrating bespoke, memorable magic. For instance, he tells this now legendary story about a holidaying family who mentioned offhandedly that they'd missed their beach trip.
No way.
The team, entirely unprompted, filled a private dining room with sand and served them their final course on beach chairs.
Oh, now that's just beautiful. That's not just service.
Wow.
That's an act of profound care. That's listening with your whole spirit.
Okay, I'll give you that. It's a hell of a story. But sand? In a 3-star restaurant? I'm just thinking about the cleanup, the logistics.
Right. Who has the time for that kind of stunt?
And that is precisely the revolutionary point. It isn't about the stunt. It's about building a culture where the entire team is empowered to create those moments, big or small. It's about active listening, what he calls collecting the dots, and then having the freedom to connect them in a way that makes a person feel truly, uniquely seen.
Yes.
It's not about luxury. It's about the architecture of a feeling. It's about giving someone a story they will tell for the rest of their lives.
Speaking of stories,
The book I've got is about the ones we usually keep locked up. It's about the messy, ugly, beautiful true story behind the plate. It's a memoir and essays called Eating with My Mouth Open by Sam Van Zweden.
That title alone feels so vulnerable, so defiant.
It's raw. It's the perfect antidote to all the glossy, filtered, perfect food porn out there. This isn't about how to make a perfect dish. It's about what it feels like to be hungry, to be full, to grieve through a bowl of soup, to hate your body and feed it anyway.
Wow.
It's the stuff we all think about in the dark but never say out loud. Van Zweden grew up with chefs in the family and writes about that pressure, the weight of it all. It's just sincerely, brutally, refreshingly honest.
What a fascinating counterpoint. In my world, we strive for this flawless, controlled theater of dining.
Right.
And this book seems to be about the internal, uncontrolled chaos behind the curtain.
Exactly. It's the real mise en place, the one in your soul, and it's a complete wreck back there most of the time. But it's true. It made me think about the insane disconnect between the art we so carefully put on a plate and the cold, leftover pizza we eat over the sink at 2 in the morning.
Yes.
Now, this book says it's okay for our food to be tangled up with all our other baggage.
And that's what gives it meaning, isn't it? Food is never just fuel. It's the story of our grandmother's hands, the memory of a first date, the only comfort in a time of loss. It sounds like this book gives us permission to own all of it, the bitter along with the sweet.
Indeed. Before we wrap up, we want to thank our sponsor, Chefs, Inc., Miami Catering and Private Chef Service. Whether you need exceptional catering for your next event or a private chef experience, Chefs, Inc. brings restaurant-quality cuisine to your special occasions throughout Miami.
So from rewriting a nation's culinary history to orchestrating unforgettable magic to embracing our own messy truth, these books remind us how deep the story of food really goes.
Now, here's a question we'd like you to think about. When you cook your most meaningful meal, either for yourself or for others, which story are you really telling? The story of the ingredients and their history, the story of the presentation and the experience, or the private, personal story of that specific moment in your own life?
Oh, good one.
Think on it. We'll be back next week.